running into too much double coverage. Might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch two. Hey, wait.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Hey. 22.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking for White on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Whatever the fuck that was.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Okay. Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And now.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, it's out.
She said the time
and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
He's saying his fucking terrorist passport.
Now Gordon on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Even German. That's the 44. Really Who said he was Vietnamese or something? I don't have the passport picture anymore. What the fuck am I keeping it for? Show the immigration. Yeah, she said yes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open left side is Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Well, I said if you win,
that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. He's going to let this one go deep, and both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And shutting him off, now open field. Oh, no. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Very disrespectful.
Gun!
Yeah, he's trying to hurt my players.
Now Ryan on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons are in for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Free wide open.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And now running right through it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
He's happy.
Let's check in with the referee.
So he put his sorry ass on the 10-yard line just now. Of course he
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
You don't give a fuck about that.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Holy shit, he died. I heard it myself.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
The dude catches it, can't keep his feet in bounds. Is he mad?
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
I agree with you.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Why do
they give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the
was in front of him, and he
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike cheating. I told you he put the code in. Remember I told you he put the code in, baby?
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And this will be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch.
Mike sat right there.
Underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joey Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Hey, did I tell you he was cheating?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Somebody better do something.
You
see what I'm saying?
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Might not lose another game. I'm really upset. Some bullshit happening.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
All right, watch him. Watch him.
He's going to get it running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He ain't getting nothing on the
ground. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Well, got some bullshit happening right now that I'm not a fan of.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And they made me run out of bounds, yo. I want you to
and
understand
a big turnover
the
there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
You see what I'm saying? He said the whole team. The water boy ran through the line.
Breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
See? You see what he's doing? See how these dudes coming down here? I don't like that.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Yeah. Made me stay up late and play this game because he knew I was tired. Michael's an evil bitch.
20!
That was if I needed to be.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Why did that happen?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm glad you're excited about this shit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
I see some bullshit.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw.
You gotta do something.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Ryan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
I didn't.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
I don't know what I got.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown LA. Melvin Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
What can we do?
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jones. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So out come the Chargers. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Blue shirt you tell me.
They'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down.
Thank you.
Sacked back at the 46. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! I'm coming after you! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Falcons on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16.
Bullshit here, bullshit there. Bullshit everywhere. Yeah.
Ryan. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Back ran to the middle, like where the center was at.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
We had one guy that was...
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Back to throw. throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun now on third down. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone.
I
And
don't know
now
how these
fourth
niggas are getting in
down.
front of my DBs, Mike. But it's
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21!
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
What's happening right now?
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He sets to fire deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
What the fuck is happening?
Picked off down at the 2. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I don't know what's happening.
Come on, let's go! 190! 190!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't know.
Ohio! Ohio!
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go!
No, nigga.
Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Kill.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
No, you were not.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Back inside.
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right?
Being honest with you.
Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Going deep here for Allen.
Somebody better pick that shit.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Allen, the intended receiver.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and throws into double coverage anyway. He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Jones on the return. And now running right through it. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work, try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
I fucking bet.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Powers through. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Oh.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. A really nice gain of 25 yards. receptions. He's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flex round! Flex round!
What the fuck just happened? What did you change to?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here now come the Falcons. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
21. 12.
Throwing on third and long. Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Yeah, you can try this again.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 43 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
21.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
All right, so
solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Like,
that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
I'll be right back too. back. You good to go?
The Chargers getting set to go, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Ryan to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
They gave me the mall just, oh my God. Oh my God.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
22!
From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He completes it right side to White. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing again, Ryan. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And this is now a 1-point game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Able to slither by. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yo, you like Cody right now, man.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I'm so angry.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
It makes you feel any better.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
The fucking zone's reset. What the fuck is going on, mate? That's what I want to know.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Actual.
The Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my fucking
This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down. Ryan. And an alley to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I don't know who the fuck.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Hey.
The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I said I guess. What the fuck do you want from me, man? You said he was eating. I said I guess.
He's back to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 52 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
There we go. Get up.
No. Hell no.
There we go. Hey, let's go. Hey. We go.
They'll run here with Freeman.
Pitch.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Tuesday.
He'll get it up the middle. A nice little juke. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
This up, mate.
12.
Huh?
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final minute. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
What happened?
Ohio! Let's go! White 90! Flex round!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Let's see if you got screwed with the throw.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go! Grand 38!
That's what I called time because all my people were tired. Hey man, call your time out there.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Win your division if you want to.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Atlanta, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
now dealing with the whole Marvin Matt situation in the admin chat. The issue was, like, if I'm gonna, I try not to nitpick, to be honest with you. But if I'm going to nitpick, then there was like 5 or 6 times he didn't match personnel. You get what I'm saying? There was, I saw cover 3 twice, 3 times at max, like in the second half. Not to say what coverages you can't call. And he called like the cover 2 blitz, either out of dollar or a dime, maybe like 6 or 7 times. And then every play other than that was cover 2 man, and he went back off the corner of Perriman. Constantly spread the line out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about the amount of plays that Matt ran in the second half on offense. Maybe 40, 45 plays. And if I'm telling you, I saw cover 3 twice. Let's say 3 times. And the blitz, the cover 2 blitz, like 7 times. That's 10 times. You get what I'm saying? That still means 75% of the time he's running cover 2 man. And like I told Marv, because Marv thinks that don't get me wrong, Matt was upset because things wasn't going his way. I mean, I get that. But at the end of the day, Matt was an admin, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about, and he's been destroyed before, and he don't say shit. You get what I'm saying? So he kind of wants justice. So he's like, basically enjoy your suspensions or whatever. It's like, oh, you get any rules. You get what I'm saying? But in actuality, you work. So, like, he's trying to basically like sort through everything now. And then it gets muddy because I messaged Marvin like in the 3rd quarter when I noticed it before Matt was saying anything. I sent Marvin a message like, even if you're killing your opponent, my dude, you still have to switch up your defenses. You can't keep calling the same shit. And he never responded to me. So it's outside of me telling Matt pause the game. You get what I'm saying? There's no real way to get his attention. But the game was over and decided, so I just said I'm gonna let the shit be. And yeah, he had his shit on aggressive or whatever, but really and truly, hopefully Matt learns that, you know, to deal with man. Because Ark was watching that shit, so if Ark got any sense, he gonna play him the same way. So Matt's gonna have to learn how to defeat man in order to win. But like I'm saying, Mark can't do that. And then like it gets real bad because what was I saying to you? It gets real bad because Matt is streaming and you're watching it as I am, and it's saying that you know, his opponent is experiencing internet problems or whatever the fuck. And then it had that long pause and then it cut out. Like, you know when it's you because Madden tells you